Traders, welcome back to another episode of the Daily Market Mastery. Today, we're not just revealing stock picks, we're unveiling the keys to your daily trading success. So you ever felt the ups and downs of daily trading, wondering how to consistently find opportunities? This video is for you. We're about to embark on a journey together, a journey that goes beyond charts and numbers. It's a journey to market mastery. That's what we teach here. Now, for those of you who might be facing challenges in the daily grind of trading, imagine a place where you can gain exclusive insights and strategies that could transform your approach to the market. That's this channel. That's this whole thing with the strat on the Discord, on Twitter. And it's not just about watching, it's about being part of a community that shares a common goal, daily success. So consider this your invitation. Whether you're new to trading or looking to enhance your daily game, I need you to hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community. It's free. Make sure you also give me a thumbs up. And we're going to go through those setups that I've exclusively handpicked for you guys. The other thing that I've got free, guys, is the Discord. That link is in the description below. Make sure you guys are joining that Discord to get more information, more insights. I want to get started on this list. Before we do, this screen that you guys see, that is TradingView. It's a website where I use to chart everything that I do, how I mark my trades, how I find my trades. Okay, so what I've done is I provided a link for TradingView in the description below. That link gets you a free 30-day trial to their sub-based services. They do offer free services, just like myself, but there is a sub-based service. So you get that free for 30 days. And then if you decide to use it, you get up to $30 off of that subscription. But you need to make sure you're clicking that link. You can do that at the end of this video. So let's go through this list. And I do give a top 5. That's to the Griswold Gold members in the Discord. We can go through that a little later. The first one I've got in the list is NEO. Now, I played NEO as a lottery play because of what you see right here, this E, this earnings. Now, I don't recommend putting a lot of money into this. I call them scratch tickets. I put in a scratch ticket for NEO. I bought call options for 54 cents. I sold for 80 cents. And I made a really good profit off it. Now, again, I didn't full port and I didn't use the same amount of money that I normally do on my normal trades. But it's something that I took. So now that we've got this established, what we've got on NEO for the day tomorrow is a 2 up that finished red. And you notice these candlestick numbers. That's a number 2. There's a 2. There's a 2. There's a 1. Those candlestick numbers are part of the indicator that I've created, as is this time frame continuity and a few other things that are included with my indicator. You can find that link for the indicator in the description below, or it comes with the Griswold Gold membership. So what we have on NEO is a 2 up that finishes red. Now, a 2 candle is a directional candle, meaning it can only go to the upside or it can go to the downside. In this case, it went to the upside. We gapped up, we went up, and we ended up coming back down and finished red. So what that tells me, when we have a 2 up that's not green but red, it tells me the buyers had this thing and the sellers took it back. They took profit and they made this thing trend back to the downside. So what we are left with is a 2 up red, and what we have is, we would call this a shooter candle. So where we have this body and a long wick to the top, it's a bearish pattern, and it's one of the 3 major actionable signals that we look at. The shooter, the inside bar right here, and the hammer candle, which is the exact opposite of this. So those are 3 high probability setups that we look for when we're dealing with the strat, in conjunction with some other things. Now, this channel, I've got learning tool playlists for you guys to teach you this. If you don't want to try and put them together within that Griswold Gold membership that I talked about, that link is in the description below, or you can find out about it in the Discord or on my Twitter. It's a $50 membership fee, and you get this indicator. You get one-on-one time with me if you need it. You get live trading bots. You get a 1-hour course that goes through this. What we're explaining here today, you get a 1-hour course. It's one of the cheapest memberships you're going to find. I'm not going to push it to you guys more than what I'm doing right now. If you don't need it, great. If you're looking for it, if you want the one-on-one time, if you want the 1-hour course, if you want the indicator, if you want the live trading bots so you don't have to go searching for these trades, by all means, enter into that Griswold Gold membership. Otherwise, the Discord's free. NEO, 2 up red. We're going to look for puts here. as I get back into this, and we're going to go through these all right now. We're going to look for puts here off of this shooter candle. 738 is our trigger. The targets just get put at the low of each preceding wick or candle. So here, the next one would be here. We'd have to go back in time to find the next one, but it would be somewhere back here. You just find the next low preceding wick. Right in there. This one right here would be your next low. And that's how you do it. That's how you mark out your targets. And then you can manage this thing on a smaller time frame. The one thing I will tell you guys, we're going through these on the daily chart. Any setup that we're looking at here, you can find on a smaller time frame. You can find on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minute, the 15 minute, the 5 minute. It depends on how you want to play it. My niche and what I found to work really, really well for me is trading SPY using the 15 minute and the 5 minute. So I set my triggers and targets like we're doing here right now on the 15, and I manage it on the 5. If you want to know how I do that, I've got a ton of SPY videos on how to do that. There's one at the end of this video as well. Let's get moving through this list. Alibaba, the opposite of what we just saw, 2 down that finished green. So we only broke the low of the preceding candle. That's a 2 and a down, but it finished green, telling me the buyers brought this back. But we do have a lot of red on this time frame continuity. And what I really love to see is full time frame continuity. If we don't have it, that's okay. But that just tells me there's a higher probability that that trade is going to work out in our favor. If these were all green, that would say, Clark, we have a very high possibility that this is going to trend up because there's buyers on the year, the quarter, the month, and the week. We don't have that. So the probability shifts. It's not as great. And the reason I keep on talking about probability all the time is because every trade you guys look at, every strategy you look at is always based off of probability, and it can't be based off of anything else. Because when this day opens, no one knows what that next candle is going to be. It is strictly based off of probability and what the history of the candlesticks have told us. And you notice on these charts, I don't have RSIs. I don't have EMA crossings. We don't use any of that stuff with the strat. We use organic trading. We use what the candlesticks are telling us. Every single candlestick is telling a story. And when you guys learn and are able to read what that story is telling you, trading is going to change. It's going to change for you guys. But it comes down to a lot more than that. It's the psychology of trading. It's the mental capabilities of trading and how your mind works when you're in a trade, when you're not in a trade, when you're thinking you should sell or you're thinking you should buy. That's all really important stuff that you're going to need to work on. It doesn't just come. It's a really, really big, important part of trading, but it doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of work. I'm not here to tell you guys this strategy is easy to do. It is the easiest I found, but the nuances of trading in itself are what are really going to hamper you. Any trade, any strategy can work for any one person. It's the trader themselves that really determines how good of a trader they become, not necessarily the strategy. We'll move on here. We'll go to Coke. Coke, same thing, 2 down green. So we're going to look for those calls back up. Now, we look at this one. I had this one on my top 5. And I always talk about probability because we had a 2 up that finished red, and I was expecting this to trend down. Okay, I was looking for it to trend down. It didn't. It barely ticked down and then reversed. And that's just probability, guys. That's probability. Should it have gone the other way? Maybe. That's what we thought it was going to do based off of the information that the candlesticks gave us. But it's probability. And this time, it just didn't work. Here, let's look at BA, Boeing. Inside bars. So inside bars, we talked, one of the actionable signals, right? And anytime you're new to trading or struggling with trading, I always tell people to look for those inside bars. So we have an inside bar. We also have that hammer candle we talked about. We also have really, really strong time frame continuity. So to me, this is telling me we're going to look for calls back to the upside. We have high probability that this is going to trend up. So we're going to look for that trigger point at 234.74. So if it triggers, that's when we get into our trade. And we look for it to hit targets here and targets here. If it trends down off of the inside bar, we can look for it to hit targets here. And the way I like to explain inside bars is as a spring. So you notice it's painted yellow. That is also part of the indicator that I created for you guys. It comes with this time frame continuity, the candlestick numbers, and Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule. When you see this yellow bar, you need to think of a spring being squished, compacted, loaded, because that's what an inside bar is doing. It's consolidating. It's a tightening range. And when you release that pressure off of that spring, we look for that big jump in either direction. And all we have to do, guys, is go back in time. And it doesn't always work. But when we go back and look in time, the last time we had, this was a double inside bar. And I really like the double inside bars. But we had this big run up. And that's what we're looking for. Even on this one day, we triggered and we hit the target that it said it was going to hit. As minor as it was, it hit that target. It did exactly what it said it was going to do. Here's another inside bar. Run to the downside. Okay, another inside bar. We triggered here and we hit targets plus and it trended down for multiple days. We'll look at one more here. This one triggered to the upside and then came back down. And part of the reason we have to be able to take profit is because we triggered, we came up and hit targets, and we never saw that again. It reversed right back down. That's why we need to take profit at our targets. I don't care if that thing ends up running 400%. Your job is not to catch 400% runners. Your job is to trade consistently, hitting base hits, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% plays that consistently get you ahead of the game. So that's what we have with Boeing on the inside bar. DIA. I don't really like this one as much because there's not much of a hammer here. It's very thin. I'd like to see that body a little bit thicker. We don't have it. I'll delete that. That's what we're looking at. So we're going to look for a trigger at 362.26. We've got good time frame continuity, and then that is our first target. We go to Facebook, 2 up red. So we talked about this on the very first one. We look for puts here at 315.39 and the first target marked out. Pinterest, 2 up red. So we look for those puts again. American Airlines, inside bar. So we'll look for the break to either side. We've got really good time frame to the upside here. So we'll see how it plays out. And again, like I said, we don't have to look at just the daily. You guys can go to the 15-minute chart and look for these inside bars, these 3-1 setups, 2-2 reversals. Okay, we'll go through one of those coming up. This one didn't work out. We trended down, came back up, and that's probability. You just got stopped out. Okay, inside bar, triggered, didn't necessarily hit our target. You had some profit there and ended up not working out. Here's an inside bar that did. Okay, this inside bar worked out. Okay, this inside bar worked out. This inside bar worked out. It's probability. This one trended up, came back down, and we ended up running up afterwards, okay? That inside bar went outside bar. There's another inside bar to the upside. Inside bar. Inside bar 1-3 setup. Here's another inside bar off of this 3-1 setup. Big run to the upside. Inside bar. Big run to the upside. So they don't always work out, guys, and that's okay. It is okay, but you need to understand that there is no strategy that works 100% of the time. We look at AFRM. We go back to the daily. AFRM. There's our 2 down green hammer candle, full time frame continuity. We're going to look for this to trend up, trigger 38.64. If you guys have questions, make sure you're leaving them down below. Give me a thumbs up. You can ask me on Twitter. You can ask me in the Discord as well, but I appreciate the questions on YouTube. I appreciate the thumbs up on YouTube. So if you can give me those, thank you very much. AMD, inside bar, hammer candle. So calls at 118.49, puts at 116.45. Like I said, if you want the top 5 from this, that's also given out with the Griswold Gold membership. I give top 5s for the weekly swing videos that I do every week and the monthlies as well. Inside bar on Ford Motor Company. So we look for the calls at 10.68, puts at 10.54, targets marked out at the high and low of the preceding candle. General Motors, another car company. Inside bar shooter candle. We're going to look for it to trend down based off of the inside bar shooter candle. It still could trend up though. We'll see how it plays out on Wednesday. This should mention this is the watch list for Wednesday, December 6th. I did not mention that. So inside bar on Home Depot. Normally I wouldn't put Home Depot on here, but Lowe's is also on here. I think the MasterCard and Visa also have setups if you want to take a look at them. But the spread between the bid and the ask are usually quite big with Home Depot, the credit card companies, and Lowe's. So I don't usually put them on here, but there is an inside bar on Home Depot if you guys are interested on that. IBM inside bar shooter candle. So we can look for a trigger to the high or low side of that inside bar as well. Lululemon, here is one. It's usually pretty expensive. Lulu. They've got earnings coming up here on Thursday. Double inside bar. Last time we had a double inside bar. It's actually right here. This blue highlight. Oh, that's from the last one. So that blue highlight is also part of my indicator. The yellow is as well. It gives you these 3-1 setups, so you can see these rare trends that set up the 3-1. There's another 3-1. How far back do we have to go on Lulu? There's the double inside bar on Lulu. And there was our play. Triggered, target, target, reverse. Okay? Should have taken profit on that. You would have been okay. From Lulu, let's go to Moderna with the inside bar. Calls at 79.72, puts at 77.70. MU Micron, 2 down green. So this is what we call a 2-2 reversal. We had the 2 down green. We're going to look for a 2 up here. 2 down, 2 up, 2-2 reversal. Netflix, 2-2 reversal. Calls at 456.39. Pfizer, inside bar, shooter candle. We'll see how that one plays out on Wednesday. Puts 29.07, calls 29.60. Inside bar on Roblox, calls at 41.33, puts at 40.35. Roku also, 3-1 setup. Okay, these outside bar, inside bars, these gold highlighted setups. There's another double inside bar. We'll look for the last 3-1 on Roku. Ended up going double inside bar to a really nice run. Let's see. And this is how rare. These patterns do not happen or materialize very often. And this one didn't work out. You would have got stopped out. Just wouldn't have been a play. This 3-1 went double inside bar. Let's look for one more before you guys get too bored on Roku. There's another double inside bar. Where are you? 3-1. This is what we look for, guys. Ding, 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 ding. Big run off of that 3-1. Those are the high probability setups that we are looking for. There's Upstart, inside bar. Calls at 34.12, puts at 31.62. XEL with a big inside bar. We'll see how that one plays out. And we've got SPY, one of my favorites. SPY, I love trading into time frame continuity, so I'm going to look for SPY to trend back up. We've been stuck in kind of a range here, up and down, right in here. I just want to see, there is no real mother bar. If you want to look at a mother bar, we've got 2 candles here that we are stuck inside currently. Of these 2, we're stuck inside there. So we'll see how this plays out. We are inside on the week still. We are inside on the year on SPY. We'll see how this one plays out. It'll be interesting. But I love to play SPY on the 15. We look for these. There's a 1-3 setup. There's another 1-3 setup that really ran nicely. Here's an inside bar that ran to the downside. Okay, double inside bar that ran to the upside. That's what I like to look for. Here's an inside bar, ran to the downside. It doesn't look like a big run, but that's a really, really good opportunity to take some money on a trade during the day. So that's the list, guys. Like I said, if you want the top 5, it's in the Griswold Gold membership. You can find that information down below in the Discord, on Twitter. Good luck trading. I wish you nothing but the best. If you have questions, please ask them. I will answer them. If you need one-on-one separate from the membership, I do that. The indicator is sold separately, or you get it all as one package for $50. You will not find it cheaper. You get the 1-hour strat course, you get live trading bots, and all the other things. So check it out. We will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.